October 1840, when India was ruled by the East India Company. One report called for a law for all Indians, but the personal laws of various religions were left out of it. At that time, for the first time, a uniform civil code was discussed, but the British did not implement it. Hello and welcome to Vibes of India. India became independent in August 1947. Ambedkar did not want a separate personal law for all religions. UCC was debated at length in the Constituent Assembly. It was enshrined in the directive principles but did not become law. 1967 Lok Sabha elections. The Bharatiya Jan Sangh had promised to introduce a uniform civil code for the first time in its election manifesto. When the BJP was formed in 1980, it also conveyed its main agenda to the UCC. BJP government was formed many times, but the agenda could not be fulfilled. The Modi government has had an absolute majority in the country for 9 years, yet no progress has been made on the Uniform Civil Code. But the government has been very aggressive for the past several days. Demand for law commission's suggestion, PM Modi's statement and meeting of Parliamentary Standing Committee testify to this. Today we will know the complete story of Uniform Civil Code. When even the British did not tamper with the law, Ambedkar failed. Then why is the Modi government adamant about implementing it? The Uniform Civil Code aims to replace personal laws based on religious customs and traditions with a common set of laws applicable to all citizens, irrespective of their religion. Arguments against UCC is Constituent Assembly debates. AIML member Muhammad Ismail said that communities have personal laws and following them is an issue of their religious freedom. This is their fundamental right. If the government legislates on issues related to religion and culture, it will amount to interfering with fundamental rights. And West Bengal member Naziruddin Ahmed said, now is not the right time. In these cases, intervention should be gradual over time. I have no doubt that a time will come when the country will have a uniform civil laws. Then Mehboob Beg said, personal law is very close to the heart for some religious groups. As far as Muslims are concerned, they have their own Islamic-based laws of succession, inheritance, marriage and divorce. To which Hazrat Moni said that if anyone thinks that he will interfere with the personal law of Muslims, I want to tell him that the consequences will be very dire. So now arguments which were in favor of UCC in Constituent Assembly debates said by KM Munshi, Uniform Civil Code is necessary to maintain the unity of the country and to preserve the secular character of the Constitution. What does inheritance, marriage, etc. have to do with personal law? As much as Muslims will be affected by this law, it will also affect Hindus. This provision is not against the fundamental rights, but it is a provision to protect the fundamental rights proposed in the Constitution, especially that it will bring out gender equality. Alladi Krishna Swami Iyer said that Muslim members say that UCC will bring distrust and bitterness among Muslim citizens. I say the opposite. A uniform civil code can be a cause of unity among communities. Then Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar said, there is nothing new in this. Apart from issues like marriage, inheritance, etc., the country already has a uniform civil code. I do not understand how religion can occupy so many places that it covers the whole of life and prevents legal rules from coming to the ground. Why have we got this freedom? We have got this freedom to improve our social order. Ambedkar concluded the discussion by saying that Uniform Civil Code is an alternative system. It would be a directive principle of policy by its nature and therefore the state is not bound to implement this provision immediately. States can implement it when they see fit. The reasons for the Modi government's position on implementing a UCC can be influenced by various factors, including political ideologies, socio-cultural considerations, and their vision for national integration and equality. Supporters argue that a UCC would promote gender justice, social harmony, and equal rights for all citizens regardless of religion affiliations. They believe that a common set of laws would reduce discrimination, promote a sense of national unity, and uphold the principle of secularism and equality enshrined in the Indian Constitution. However, it's important to note that the implementation of UCC is a complex and sensitive issue, as it involves balancing the diverse religious and cultural practices in India. Critics argue that a UCC might undermine minority rights, cultural identities, and religious freedoms. They stress the need to respect and protect the distinct personal laws of different religious communities. Well, the debates surrounding the UCC are still ongoing, involving various stakeholders, including political parties, religious leaders, civil society organizations, and legal experts. Thank you and keep watching Vibes of India.